frustration, I was waiting to shine. My so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't panic surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what?
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On the ground, Michel. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The Patriots send out their punter. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Dolphin football. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. From the gun, it's Rosen. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 1.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On the ground is Michel, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
You just watch 88 over there. Just watch 88.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Grant. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Normally, that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You usually want to wait to 2nd or 3rd down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Here's Trubisky to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Charles Harris just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
First down, Patriots.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19.
A gain of 12. First down, New England.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The New England Patriots remain consistent on offense with a stable of running backs. They added Sony Michel, the 31st pick of the draft in 2018, to that stable at the University of Georgia, mainly for his ability to run inside the tackles and add a little thump to their game.
Hey, 18.
On second down, Michel. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
And they will run it with Michel. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert him to being a receiver and was drafted.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jerome Baker leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Trubisky will throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Raekwon McMillan, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now Trubisky to throw to Michel on the screen. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Drake. Devin McCourty brings him down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Hey, exit.
Here I come. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's complete to Grant. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready? 52's the mic. All day, baby, all day. 49, check 49. Hard. Check 9, check 9. Kill.
On 1st down, Drake. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach, only 7 starts, but now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Edelman set to return. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Now it's Trubisky. He's got him in, complete. It's Julian Edelman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Patriots.
Trubisky now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
180.
That's what I do.
Here's Trubisky. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Alert, alert, alert.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. And now it's Rosen looking. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
52 is the mic right.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rosen, he's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Rosen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Drake. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Right back to Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, Mike, Monday. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get. Hey, alert.
Now it's Rosen. And Wilson has it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting. And the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Michel. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Delta. Stop your whining. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Open man is Gordon, complete. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
8-yard pickup. And the Patriot first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they run with Michel. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky being chased out left. Caught by the tight end Watson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now, how many times have we seen that? 3rd down and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. Of course, no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was a Super Bowl MVP last season. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete.
Rosen's pass intended for Mike Gesicki. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And now Edelman. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Miami. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michel. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
55. Check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
25, check 25, check 25.
Now Balaj. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He was looking for Parker that time. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 20-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a quick throw finding Edelman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
It's going to be a long day, offense. Hey, ball.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Rosen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. A gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing again on second down. Rosen. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Fox.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Rosen. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Off the draw, here's Michel. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable for Grant. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh man. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
Here we go. 10 logo.
Trash. That's trash.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one